Here at the University of LaVerne SBDC, we've been creating content and teaching small business owners to empower them to help them start or grow their small businesses. Our small business blog turns 4 years old, and it's been an interesting time. In this video, I'm going to reflect on what we started, how we did it, and some tips if you're looking to use content to attract and build an audience over the long term for yourselves. Hi, I'm Josh from the University of LaVerne Small Business Development Center, and SBDCs are local centers funded by the SBA to help small businesses with free one-on-one consulting and free training videos just like this one. So let's get started. So we started the University of LaVerne SBDC Small Business Blog because at the time the world was shut down, and especially here in California, many people were looking not only to get help with their existing businesses, but looking to start up new small businesses as well. Originally, I decided to create timely guides to help people through COVID and help them in that time. When COVID became a thing of the past, people still had questions about how to start up a business. Soon, the focus of the articles turned to step-by-step guides to walk our clients through specific licenses, permits, and even how to start up a business to support our consulting. This is mainly unheard of in the economic development world, or so have I been told. This information is relegated to homework a client would be given by an advisor, but a client may not even know how to do a lot of these things. So we created these step-by-step guides to build confidence and even walk clients through the process of filing to make it easier for them to keep progressing to start their business. But why a blog? Well, technically, it's far more than a blog. It's far more than just articles. It's videos, curated research, advice, and even distillations of hours of research that you could do by yourself and put into a form so you don't have to do all that hard work. So initially, when we came up with the first few topics, they were questions that we got from our clients. The first article, the 4 strategies to market your business on Facebook, was a direct response to how clients could market their business online in the time of COVID. Soon after, I wrote up an article, pool in case of emergency, how to protect your business during a disaster to help people mitigate how COVID has affected their small businesses before IDLE and PPP became a thing. But how do I do it now? So, like a good blogger, I have a system for organizing topics that you can actually find in an article I wrote, Blogging for Business, that explains the process. But in short, this is how I come up with ideas. I have a few different sources besides listening to our clients, and I also look to other places for inspiration for my articles. The first place I look at are SBDCs. Now, while I believe what we do at the University of LaVerne SBDC is quite unique, I'm not so arrogant to think that I know everything. So I'll look out at other SBDCs to see what topics their centers are covering all over the country and talk about in webinars or any other content and figure out how to do it better. The sister organization to SBDCs, or SCORE, has a wealth of knowledge and curated from thousands of mentors all across the country. And tapping into their website has given me a whole new perspective on what people might be looking for to start or run their own small business. Many of these articles are conversation starters, like many of my guides, but I want mine to be a little bit more informative and relatable and in all interesting. And this last one might seem a little bit odd, but I use YouTube. And because YouTube is the second largest search engine next to Google and is also powered by Google. So when it comes to millennials and younger people just getting into what small businesses might be doing and wanting to start their own, if you need to know something, you Google it. But if you want to know how to do something, you YouTube it. And finding the topics that people are actually looking for when starting a business can be found on Google, but And even if it's not on YouTube, that is definitely an opportunity to make a video and a companion article to help people start a small business. If I were to tell myself how to do this all over again, or if I wanted to teach somebody else how to do what I'm doing now, here's what I would tell them. You want to have a goal. And when we started this blog, we had one goal: to help our consultants. We had a clear purpose in creating articles, and these goals have evolved from supporting our consulting sessions to actually fueling them. What I mean is that the goal now is to create videos to drive traffic to the blog, and if the reader needs additional help, they can call us or sign up as a new client to make an appointment and get consulted. So if you're just starting out, you want to know why you're creating content, like a blog and even video. How do you want your readers to consume your content, and what do you want them to do? This could be a call to action to schedule an appointment or to register for some other webinar. You want to know how you're going to be able to get them from point A to point B. You want to have a process. Now, as I mentioned before, we had a video of creating blog content, and it's changed slightly, but the idea is to create pillars or buckets of content categories. This is where your ideas will fall into to make each blog category, and every blog idea will fall into the bucket. Now, how you schedule these buckets is going to be up to you and what your customers are looking for, so you can create the right content at the right time. And you really want to make sure you listen to your customers and have a dedicated process to creating your content as efficiently as possible. And my final piece of advice is to a newbie or to myself when I was first starting out would be to think of repurposing. Now, repurposing is the act of reusing content that you have without having to recreate it or reinvent the wheel. So here's where I capitalize on my video making. Let me explain. So for virtually all of my articles, there is a companion video that goes to YouTube. I also create about 4 snippets or so on 2 platforms that we use, like Facebook and LinkedIn. And we do post our Google Business profile with a link to the page and even, and obviously, the blog page. Finally, we'll retool some of these things into an on-demand course for clients later on down the line. So by my count, we created approximately 10 different kinds of content that work in several different places all along our pipeline. It's taken nearly 4 years to get to this point, but if you have a simple repurposing plan, and again, a process to create and convert these longer forms into shorter forms, you will increase your SEO and even seem to be everywhere, which builds brand awareness. So that's everything I have for my philosophy about content creation and building an audience. I hope these nuggets have helped you form your own blog or your own kind of content strategy. Now, this definitely isn't limited to, say, a blogger, but it can be used for any type of content like articles, vlogs, and podcasts. You just want to make sure that you have a goal and a plan in place so that you understand how your customers will find you and how to turn them into, say, leads or even buyers using that content. You definitely want to map out your process so that you know you're not creating content all over the place and reinventing the wheel, but you're creating it efficiently. And you'll always have ways of repurposing it from one form to another on any platform you're on. If you found this video valuable, leave us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you get updates on new videos just like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.